Normally when you're on the field watching the game, if you're fortunate enough, you're facing the action. So if something comes your way, you can, jump out of the way and make sure you don't get hit. Even if you're a squirrel out there, for all you squirrels watching, you're going to be on video if you're doing crazy stuff. It's a few weeks away, so let's get a really early prediction. Who do you think would win that Union Owasso game? Look at them here with all the buckets they bring to the game, and they also made Fox 23 a custom bucket right here. You knew the environment inside the stadium would be extremely different. Cowboys head coach Mike Gundy said the decision to play or not play was a no-win situation. If tonight's game against the Magic is any indication, prepare for high blood pressure. This is as candid as it gets, and let's just say the boys were sporting their 1990s NBA short shorts. Just last year, the Royals were in this same position, holding a 2-1 lead on the San Francisco Giants before dropping games 4 and 5 on the road. We all know how that script ended, so KC looks to avoid the same fate and starts with taking care of business tonight in New York. Game 4 of the World Series. What a series it's been so far. We start in the bottom of the 5th. At this point, the Royals are just trying to keep it close. Michael Conforto golfs one to right field. Mets go up 3-1, but it's the Royals, and with this team, it's never over, especially when they hit the ball in play, and that's exactly what Eric Hosmer does here. Daniel Murphy can't quite get the ball there at second base, and when you give this team an inch, they'll make you pay. Mike Moustakas later. He's going to hit this one to right field. He was 0 for 3 on the night before that at bat, but when it matters most, puts the Royals on top. And it would take a pick-me-up from the defense in the 9th, but a double play ends the game, and Kansas City is just one win away from taking the crown, winning 5-3. If Game 1 was any indication, the Thunder should have a very fun team to watch this year. If tonight's game against the Magic is any indication, prepare for high blood pressure. This game was so good, we start tied at 1:14. Under 10 seconds to play, Victor Oladipo steps back and makes a shot, but then Russell Westbrook right back at you from nearly half court, banks it in. Thunder bring this one into overtime. So now the Thunder up 3 in the first overtime. No way. Oladipo again with the hand in his face at the buzzer. Double overtime we go. And that's when Westbrook says enough is enough. He's going to drive here, stop, pop, Thunder. They go up 3. He drains the jumper, and with 3.3 seconds left, no way. Oladipo's not going to do it again, right? Here he comes off the pick, and Kevin Durant says, nah, not my house. That's the game. What a wild one it was. 139-136, Thunder win. To college football now. Oklahoma State looks to stay perfect in the win column today against Texas Tech. It didn't look great early. Down 17-0 is not how you want to start, but you'll see this game was just getting started. Mason Rudolph laterals it, and then finally Austin Hayes drops it, but finds Blake Jarwin for the 19-yard touchdown. Later, it's Tech's Patrick Mahomes on play action. He finds Jakeem Grant for the 12-yard touchdown. Grant was hurt on the play, but he did walk off on his own power. But then Oklahoma State fights back. Rudolph, pump fake. Brandon Shepard, corner of the end zone, just gets his feet in bounds. It would be reviewed, but eventually he gets control for the touchdown. 31-28, Texas Tech leads, but it's only the second quarter. We have plenty of game left. Down 10 now. Jalen McCleskey takes the punt, bounces right, and the kid is unstoppable in open space. That's where he finds himself here, and takes a convoy of blockers, and McCleskey goes 67 yards for the touchdown. Now 31-28 now. Raymond Taylor is going to take the handoff up the middle, bounces off a few tacklers, and takes it 28 yards for the touchdown. What a game. It's out of control in Lubbock. Texas Tech, though, would take the lead back, and then suddenly J.W. Walsh gets into the game, and he takes it himself, breaks it for 64 yards on the run, finally being brought down just at the 1-yard line. Walsh would then settle it, and he would score later. OSU leads 49-45. James Washington's turn, gets the ball on the reverse. Everyone wants to score today. Washington is the next one to do it, turns upfield, and leaves Texas Tech in the dust for the 75-yard touchdown. OSU wins 70-53. Both teams combined for 123 points. That makes it the highest scoring game in the FBS this year, totaling 1,304 yards of offense and 60 first downs.
Had a couple of these, and I think every time we have one, our football team just gets a little bit more mature. And you know, after each one of these games, I just don't think it's possible, but we just keep doing it. it's just unbelievable for our team to fight the way we fight.
Felt like that we were going to have to score 40 points to win. And so we needed some things to give ourselves a chance. Mike and them did a good job. And Glenn, those guys did a great job in the second half.
Then there's Oklahoma, who had the easier route against winless Kansas. First quarter we start. Oklahoma gets things going right away, as you would expect. Baker Mayfield is going to find Joe Mixon out of the backfield right up the middle, and there's not a defender in sight. And when you give him space, he goes all the way to the crib. That's a 68-yard touchdown. Sooners quickly up 7. It didn't stop there. Mayfield, this time, play fake. Then he connects with Oklahoma's Deron Neal for the 11-yard touchdown. Let's keep this train rolling. 14-0 now. Mayfield floats it up into the back of the end zone. Sterling Shepard grabs it for the 4-yard touchdown. 21-0 at this point. Kansas would respond. Ryan Willis nearly has his pass picked off, but instead it's a 17-yard touchdown to Tyler Patrick. 21-7 is the score when Samaje Perine wants to get in on the action. He scores on this touchdown, and one's not enough. Up 31-7, Perine, you'll see it here again, is going to plow up the middle for the 1-yard score. 38-7 is the score at that point, and the Sooners win big, 62-7 the final. Mayfield threw for 383 yards and 4 touchdowns. Samaje Perine had 90 yards and 2 touchdowns.
I'm proud of our players in the way we came in and how well we prepared through the week, to be a better team than we were a week ago. In most respects, I thought we came out and did that and, executed well. Players deserve the credit for making the plays.
Here's a score from the only other Big 12 game today. That was Texas taking on Iowa State. Iowa State shut the Longhorns out 24-0, winning just their second Big 12 game in 13 tries. Now, did you see this? With seconds left in the Duke game, Duke's Ross Martin kicks it off. Get ready. Miami's Dallas Crawford's going to return it. Then he's going to go to Corn Elder. This is a crazy play. Elder's going to grab it, look around a few times, then he's going to find Johnson. Johnson's going to run around. Then he's going to find Mark Walton. And this play is just starting. Eventually, it goes back to Elder. He's going to get it over here. Elder's going to look across field. He's nearly in the Duke end zone. One more time, looks left and finds Dallas Crawford, who started with the ball, and now he's going to get running. It would go 8 laterals, and eventually, you've got to be kidding me. What a play. Miami goes all the way as seconds get off the clock and win, beating Duke in miraculous fashion, 30-27. Up next, a story you don't want to miss. It's a special one about a boy in Berry Hill who does so much for the football team that they're giving back. What they're doing for him next. A championship this season would go beyond the gold ball. It would represent the strength of the Uptons, a father in the stands and a player on the sidelines overcoming adversity with a positive attitude and strong faith. It's a story that starts with the game ball.
I'd like to give this game ball to the X Factor in our football program, Roger Upton.
Okay, this is the hand I'm dealt.
We love you, Roger!
Roger Upton, dad, quarterback club president, and community leader, was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer 3 weeks ago. He made Thursday's game against Memorial just hours after returning from MD Anderson Cancer Center in Austin, Texas.
Let's go!
That's where the community support comes in.
They give, and they give, and they give, and ask for nothing in return.
Thursday, Skiatook fans dressed out in purple representing pancreatic cancer. The students wrote "Play for Raj" on their chests.
Play for Raj!
Players wrapped their ankles in purple tape, and cheerleaders released balloons.
And I just remember really being in shock and really being scared.
Meet Stephen Upton, Roger's son.
How much I've looked up to him and everything I've seen him do and how he's taking care of this family. I know he's not going to let anything stop him from doing that.
Here you see Stephen on the sidelines calling plays, supporting his teammates, and showing the competitive fire of someone who should be playing, not watching.
I tore my ACL, which means I wouldn't be able to play football this season.
Upton tore his ACL and meniscus in 3 places at a Kansas State football camp last June. Bad timing for the player who started accumulating offers to play in college.
I just remember laying on that table just kind of like thinking about what's going on with my life right now. So I just had to talk to God and pray to God that it's going to be okay, and again, just trust in Him and His plan.
Upton has worked his butt off and by faith hopes he can get medically cleared and play before the season ends. Until then, both the Uptons, son and dad, just wait for their stories to take a turn. And that's where these two show their strength.
It's a win-win for me, okay? Here's why. If I win the battle with cancer, then I get to stay. If I lose the battle with cancer, I win eternity with Jesus Christ, my Savior.
It's not the senior season any of the Uptons could have planned for.
It is odd, but we will start what we finished. We will be here for the state championship.
If the team does that, they know it's for the community behind them during the games. A collective effort in the stands, on the sidelines, and between the hash marks. A power of one. Stephen is hoping to get cleared by the playoffs and possibly senior night. Roger starts chemo next week, but he'll be all right. #RodUp.